The border between the United States and Canada is the world's longest international boundary, a symbol of peace and cooperation. For generations, it's been more than a line on a map. It's a living connection between two nations. Families, businesses, and tourists cross it daily, relying on a relationship built on trust and shared values. Our economies are deeply intertwined, with billions in goods and services flowing across the border every day. The Alaska Highway, built during World War II, stands as a testament to this partnership, a vital link connecting Alaska to the rest of the continent. For decades, this route has been the lifeline for goods, supplies, and people traveling to and from Alaska. The smooth passage along this highway has always been a given, a symbol of our cross-border harmony. This history of open roads and open arms is the backdrop for today's story. The free movement of people and goods has been the bedrock of our shared prosperity. For remote communities like those in Alaska, this connection is essential. The idea of a sudden barrier on this historic route was, until recently, unthinkable. It challenges the very principles that have guided our relationship for so long. Now, that steady hum of trucks has been interrupted by a surprising and contentious new development. In early summer 2025, British Columbia stunned North America by imposing a $750 toll each way on all U.S.-registered commercial trucks using its highways to reach Alaska. For truckers, this was a financial bombshell, instantly adding $1,500 to every round trip. Many independent drivers and small businesses, already operating on thin margins, were hit hardest. The sudden announcement left no time to adjust, causing chaos at border crossings and way stations. For Alaskan businesses, the toll was alarming. The Alaska Highway is their main supply route. A $1,500 surcharge per truck means higher costs for every company relying on it. Even a single grocery store in Fairbanks now faces tens of thousands in new annual expenses. Multiply that across every business, and the economic burden is immense. This isn't just a fee, it's a fundamental disruption to Alaska's economic model. The once reliable supply route has become a costly choke point. Commerce in the far north is suddenly on shaky ground. The toll has shaken the foundations of cross-border trade. From British Columbia's perspective, the toll is about fairness and fiscal responsibility. Officials argue that maintaining highways for heavy U.S. trucks costs hundreds of millions annually, costs BC taxpayers have long shouldered. Canadian trucking companies pay fuel taxes and fees. American trucks, just passing through, have contributed little. The $750 toll is framed as a corridor usage fee, not a penalty, meant to recoup maintenance costs and level the playing field. Revenue from the toll is earmarked for highway upkeep, addressing a long-standing financial imbalance. BC insists the fee applies to all commercial vehicles using the corridor, regardless of origin. They compare it to tolls on bridges or tunnels elsewhere, a logical, defensible policy to protect infrastructure. For BC, it's about sustainability and asking those who benefit most to help pay the bill. The American response was swift and furious. Truckers and business owners saw the toll as an ambush, not a user fee. The lack of consultation felt like a betrayal of the special U.S.-Canada partnership. Trucking associations condemned the move as punitive and arbitrary, arguing that American trucks already buy fuel and pay taxes in Canada. Many see the toll as a cash grab, unfairly targeting American workers. Beyond money, there's a deeper principle. The Alaska Highway is a lifeline, not just a road. For some, a foreign government controlling access to Alaska feels like an infringement on sovereignty. The issue quickly escalated from a commercial dispute to a matter of national interest. Americans recall the spirit of partnership that built the highway. The sudden fee feels like a rejection of that history. The outcry is about more than dollars. It's about trust and the breakdown of a once unbreakable friendship. For many, this toll is a bridge too far. The sense of injustice has galvanized the industry and the public. The toll has become a symbol of eroding goodwill. For Alaska's 730,000 residents, the toll's impact is immediate and personal. Prices for essentials, food, building materials, medical supplies, have all risen as shipping costs soar. Some small trucking companies have stopped making the Alaska run, reducing supply and causing delays. Store shelves, once reliably stocked, now show gaps, especially for perishable goods. The construction industry faces costly delays, and healthcare facilities risk shortages of critical supplies. The toll has become a bottleneck, choking the flow of goods to every sector of Alaskan life. The psychological impact is real. Alaskans feel more isolated, reminded of their dependence on a foreign route. Frustration and helplessness are growing as residents feel caught in a political and economic crossfire. The toll is not just an economic issue, it strikes at the heart of Alaskan identity. It's a daily reminder of vulnerability and lost trust. The dispute quickly escalated to the highest levels of government. Alaska's governor condemned the toll, calling it an economic blockade. Lawmakers united, pressuring Washington to act, arguing this is a national issue. The U.S. State Department lodged a formal protest with Canada, citing possible violations of trade agreements. American officials argue the toll unfairly targets U.S. commerce and disrupts a vital supply line. Some lawmakers have floated retaliatory measures, reciprocal tolls, or new inspections on Canadian goods. The Canadian federal government is caught in the middle, balancing provincial rights with international relations. Ottawa faces pressure from both BC and Washington, complicating the search for a solution. The stakes are high for both countries' leaders. The diplomatic crisis is now front and center. This conflict could ripple far beyond a single toll. If it escalates, it could sour broader U.S.-Canada trade and cooperation, threatening the stability of the entire economic partnership. Businesses are now rethinking supply chains, considering costly alternatives like maritime shipping or air cargo. The dispute is a wake-up call, exposing vulnerabilities in deeply integrated economies. If other provinces or states follow BC's lead, North American commerce could become a patchwork of tolls and fees. The seamless border that fueled prosperity is at risk of unraveling. The biggest danger isn't just economic, it's the erosion of goodwill and trust. The true cost may be measured in lost friendship, not just dollars. The path forward demands calm negotiation and compromise. All parties must step back from the brink and commit to good faith talks. British Columbia could suspend the toll temporarily. The U.S. could pause retaliatory threats. A revised, lower fee, perhaps $50 or $100 per trip, could balance BC's needs with Alaska's realities. An annual permit for frequent users could offer predictability and relief for businesses. Federal governments could collaborate on a joint infrastructure fund, sharing responsibility for the Alaska Highway. This would restore the spirit of partnership that built the road. The U.S.-Canada relationship is too valuable to risk over a toll. By focusing on shared interests and fair solutions, both nations can renew trust and cooperation. The world's longest undefended border should remain a symbol of unity, not division.